Can AI really beat the stock market? Last week, we gave 3 AI models the same challenge. We gave them the latest revenue and financial data and asked each AI to pick 5 stocks. Today, the results are in, and honestly, I was surprised. 2 AI portfolios actually beat the market. And you know what? One of their stocks jumped 21.2% in just 1 week. So, which stock was it? Which AI model picked it? And did AI really make a great call? Or did it just get lucky? Let's take a look. After that, we are starting a brand new challenge with a completely different method. The game stays the same and so do the scoring rules. Can AI beat the market again? Or maybe do even better? And if you missed the first episode, I'll leave the link below. You can watch it right after this one. Okay, let's start with last week's result. As you can see one of the screen, Gemini and Claude picked the exact same 5 stocks. They just ranked them in a different order. In our test, every stock has the same weight. Each stock makes up 20% of the portfolio, so Gemini and Claude both returned 4.19%. Times benchmark index, we call it the TIS, gained 2.85%. ChatGPT returned 2.21%. So the official result is simple. Gemini and Claude tied for first and both beat the market. And ChatGPT still made money, but it finished below the TIS. If we look more closely at the ranking, we find something interesting. Claude placed the week's biggest winner in 3rd place. Gemini placed the same stock in 5th place. The portfolio returns are equal because every stock has the same weight. But if we also care about how well each AI ranked its ideas, Claude made the better call. So with the broader definition, I would say Claude was the winner of last week's challenge. Alright, now let's see how the race changed during the week. The final score doesn't tell the whole story. ChatGPT started in 1st place on Monday. By Tuesday, the test had moved ahead of all 3 AI portfolios, but then everything changed on Wednesday. Gemini and Claude moved above the market. They reached 4.35% on Thursday and finished Friday at 4.19%. So what changed the race? One stock jumped 21.2% in a single week. That one winner carried most of the portfolio. In fact, without that stock, the other 4 picks were roughly flat as a group. That's the part we shouldn't ignore. Yes, 2 AI portfolios beat the market, but one great result doesn't mean every pick was good. And 1 week doesn't prove that the method will work again. Okay, now we know how AI beat the market last time. The next question is very simple. Can it do it again with a completely different idea? In July, Taiwan's stock market dropped sharply. But while most investors were selling, here's the question. Which company insiders were quietly adding more shares? That's what we want to find out. We are looking for companies where director and supervisor holdings increased during the market drop. Why does this matter? Directors and supervisors are some of the people closest to the company. They usually understand the company's operation and future plans better than outside investors. So if their holding increased during a sharp drop, it may mean they believe the stock has been unfairly punished. It may also show that they still feel confidence about the company's future growth. Of course, higher holdings don't prove illegal insider trading, and they don't guarantee that the stock will rise, but they can be a very useful clue. Instead of searching the entire market, we can start with this clue. Then AI can combine it with the market trends, company fundamentals, and risks to find strong candidates much faster. First, I open the AI investment information website and filter for companies with higher director and supervisor holdings. That gives us 410 companies. That's far too many to check one by one. So I download the Excel file and let AI narrow the list. Next, I open AI Prompt Plus extension. This tool lets me save a prompt in my prompt library. I only need to create it once, and then I can quickly send the same prompt to Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude, and Grok. That makes the comparison faster and fairer. Every AI gets the same spreadsheet, the same prompt, and the same task. Choose the top 5 stocks. In just a few minutes, AI turns 410 companies into 20 stock ideas. Now let's see what each AI picked. We'll start with Gemini. Its top 5 focus mainly on semiconductor, AI servers, cooling, and testing equipment. Next is ChatGPT. Its focus on AI servers, cloud computing, high-speed networks, circuit boards, and optical communication. The third AI is Claude, and that is where we see the strongest agreement. Claude and ChatGPT pick 3 of the same stocks. That could mean both AIs found the same strong signals, or it could mean they share the same blind spot. That's exactly why we are letting the market decide. Finally, we have Grok. Grok and ChatGPT share just one pick. The rest of Grok's list goes in a different direction. Alright, now let's put all 4 lists on the same screen. From left to right, we have Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude, and Grok. And here's the biggest surprise. None of Gemini's 5 stocks appear on any other list. Even though all 4 AIs saw the same spreadsheet, they gave us very different answers. ChatGPT and Claude have the strongest agreement, Gemini stands completely alone, and Grok stands somewhere in between. That gives us a great question for next week. Will the share picks perform better, or will the most independent list find the next big winner? The score rules are the same for every AI. Each stock gets a 20% weight. Monday's opening price is our entry, and Friday's closing price is our exit. Then we average the 5-star returns and compare each AI portfolio with the tags. We won't change the rules after we see the results, and we won't have any losing stocks. Next week, I'll show every opening price, every closing price, and every return. You can check all the calculations yourself. Now, I want to know your prediction. Who do you think will win this competition? Comment 1 for Gemini, 2 for ChatGPT, 3 for Claude, or 4 for Grok. And if you want to run the same test yourself, join our free community using the link below. Inside the community, you can download the Excel file and get the Excel prompt. I use it in the video. You can copy the prompt, choose your favorite AI, and compare your result with ours. So you don't have to start from zero. The data and the prompt are already prepared for you, and they are completely free. Of course, AI can't guarantee a profit. Always check the original information, manage your risk, and make your own investment decisions. I'm G-Stock Captain. I make AI investing simple so you can invest smarter and find better opportunities. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!